Well, this is upsetting when I see articles like this. And this came out where, look, few families that are eligible for federal grants are not applying. And this is from FEMA, and there's no income requirements. You could get $9,000 and $35,000 of a family for burial expenses. And so that we have 1 million people that have died from COVID, okay, and only 300,000 have applied for this. Wow, right? So we got, 70% of the people that are eligible for this have not applied. That's 700,000 people have left $9,000 sitting there because they're not aware of it. And that's what my life has been all about, is trying to show people it's there. You don't know. The government doesn't do a good job, on advertising. Actually, for the FEMA, the $9,000 grant, they're starting to advertise for the first time. And that's amazing. But, we've always had things like this for burial. And so if you're not, if your death wasn't caused because of COVID, you could still get government grants to pay for funeral expenses. And that's at the local level. Okay. And here, see, Pew Research is a big company out in Oregon, a nonprofit, does this. And there's another bunch of funeral aid grants that are not tapped at the state and local government. And these are increasing because of all the deaths we've had recently. So even in addition to FEMA, there's state governments, local governments, county governments, whatever, have grants there to help with burial expenses. And they go up to $7,500. Man. Now here's how to find out about the FEMA one. Okay, what you do in FEMA is you call this number 844-684-6333. 844-684-6333. Sound like some huckster on TV, don't I? But just call that number now. And they're there 9 to 5. You could call, pay for funeral expenses, cremation, interment, with getting death certificates, local state laws that maybe costs are there, transportation for 2 people to identify the dead person, transfer of remains, casket or urn, burial plot, marker, headstone, clergy, funeral ceremonies, okay? Funeral home equipment and staff, all that is paid for. Now, for all the state and local governments, that varies. So everybody is different. You have to check with them. You could check, I'm sure, with findhelp.org, findhelp.org, and find that. Or 211.org is the other one. So you got the FEMA hotline, that's for COVID. What you need to know, you can talk to the people there at their 800 number and find a local county or state or city locally. And that's a good place to check, is 211.org or findhelp.org. Money. 700,000 people can get $9,000 today, and they don't know. No income requirements. Now, the state has some income requirements that varies from state to state, but FEMA, no income requirements. So if you're a millionaire, you can still pick up $9,000. And I hope you don't feel too guilty.